Hello students, I welcome you all to this session. I am Vishali Kikan and today in this session we are going to talk about the electronic grade silicon. In my previous videos I have already talked about the various crystal structure, its orientation, its planes as well as the various crystal defects as well. So if you have still not watched the previous videos, I recommend you to watch them first because somewhere I will be using these terminology and then you will be getting confused. So I hope you have seen the previous videos now, and let me begin with the electronic grade silicon. So it is also a crystal structure, so I hope you know all of the crystal structure properties now. Okay, so first of all I will be telling you the full story that if I have sand, that how can I manufacture the wafer from this sand. We will be seeing the full story, but in this video we will be focusing upon only one process, that is the manufacturing process of electronic grade silicon. In the subsequent videos I will be talking about the further processes. I hope you will be staying with me in all of these videos and you will be getting a lot of new information, and these videos are going to be really interesting one. Okay, so first of all the short story from sand to wafer. Okay, so a lot of people will get confused which sand. We have a lot of type of sands as well. So it is the quartz sand and it is easily available on the beaches. Okay, so the chemical composition is silicon dioxide, SiO2. Okay, I am talking about the quartz sand, which is SiO2 only. We will be taking it, then we will be putting it in a reactor and then we will be forming the metallic grade silicon, MGS. So now you must be confused that what kind of reactor it is. Okay, so this reactor we are going to see in detail in the subsequent part of this video itself. So we will be having this reactor which will be making the sand to the metallic grade silicon. Now this metallic grade silicon is having very high purity, around 98%, but we require more than that. Okay, so now we will be reacting the metallic grade silicon powdered. So this metallic grade silicon is in the powdered form and we will be reacting it with the hydrochloric acid and then we will be forming the trichlorosilane. Okay, so this trichlorosilane that is formed, we will be purifying it. How? With the help of two processes, vaporization and condensation. So these two processes we will be using and we will be getting the purified trichlorosilane. Now we have this trichlorosilane and we will be reacting it with the hydrogen gas and we will be forming the polysilicon electronic grade silicon, and we will be focusing about all of these steps to form the electronic grade silicon in this video itself. Okay, so now we have the electronic grade silicon. It is in the polycrystalline nature. I hope you all know what is amorphous, what is polycrystalline and what is single crystal structure. Now this EGS is in polycrystalline structure. Now we have to make the single crystal structure. I have already told you the silicon will be acting as a substrate only when it is in the single crystal structure. Okay, so now we have to convert this EGS into the single crystal structure. For that we will be melting it and then we will be pulling the single crystal ingot from it. We have some processes for that and we will be talking in detail about these processes in the subsequent videos. So I hope you are now very curious that how if I have a polycrystalline structure, then how I can convert it into the single crystal structure. Okay, so now we have a single crystal silicon ingot. We will be cutting its end because the ends will be having very high impurity, and then we will be polishing its one of the side and then we will be making notch or flats on it to identify the orientation. I have already talked about 111 orientation, 100 orientation. Okay, so we have to identify which orientation our silicon ingot is in. Okay, so to identify that we will be making the notches on it or we will be making the flats on it. Then we will be sawing this ingot into the wafers. Now we are cutting this ingot and we will be getting the silicon wafers. Then we will be performing the edge rounding operation, then lapping, then wet etching and the CMP. It is chemomechanical polishing. Okay, so all of these steps are required so that I will be getting the defect free surface of the silicon wafer. If I have the defects on the surface of the silicon wafer, I cannot build up my BJT or MOS devices upon it. Okay, so I want completely defect free structure. Okay, so this is why I will be doing all of these operations. Then we have laser scribing. I will be identifying the chip according to the scribe. Okay, then we have the epitaxial deposition. Okay, this is the next unit, and we will be talking in detail about the epitaxy process as well. Okay, so first of all we have the sand, and we have to form the metallic grade silicon from the sand. As I have already told you, in the first step we are making the metallic grade silicon. So what I have SiO2. Okay, so I will be adding the carbon to this SiO2. Then what I will be having? I will be supplying a very high heat, 2000 degrees Celsius. Then I will be getting the metallic grade silicon and the carbon dioxide. Okay, so I hope now it is clear. I will be getting the metallic grade silicon by reacting SiO2 or the quartz sand with the carbon. So carbon is available in the form of chokes. So now this is the reactor that I was talking about. So this is also called the submerged reactor to produce the metallic grade silicon. Okay, so this is how my submerged reactor will be looking like. So these are my two electrodes here, and my electrodes are going into the silicon dioxide. So here we will be having the carbon also. So silicon dioxide at the upper layer. So here we will be having the lesser temperature. So at the lower temperature, silicon dioxide will be reacting with the carbon, and it will be forming silicon oxide plus carbon monoxide. And in the lower layers, it will be forming silicon oxide plus carbon will be giving me silicon carbide plus carbon monoxide. Okay, so this is how I will be having these two reactions. Now when I go deeper and I will be having the higher temperature, their silicon carbide, you can see here, their silicon carbide is reacting with the silicon dioxide to form silicon and silicon oxide and carbon monoxide. So these reactions are all of the reactions that are occurring simultaneously in this reactor depending upon the temperature of the reactor. And at the output, see here we are getting the metallurgical grade silicon or MGS. Okay, so now here at the evaporation or the gases that are released are silicon oxide, that is silicon monoxide, carbon monoxide and H2O. So it is in the vaporization form water. Okay, so this carbon monoxide is the poisonous gas, and we should have the proper venting operation so that this carbon monoxide gas will be properly exhausted out and it will not cause any damage. Carbon is present in the form of coal, coke, wood or charcoal. So this is how we have all of the structures in this reactor. I hope you understood this reactor really well. Now we have the MGS. Now we will be reacting it with the hydrochloric acid. So this MGS is reacted with the hydrochloric acid and we will be forming the trichlorosilane. So here we have the silicon present here. Hydrochloride is added here and silicon will be reacting this with this HCl and we will be forming the trichlorosilane. So this is occurring at the temperature of 300 degrees Celsius. So now here we have this trichlorosilane. The next step was to purify it. So what I will be doing, I will be sending it to the condenser and then the vaporizer. So this is how we will be having the purified trichlorosilane, which is purified with the percentage of purification 99.999999. So you can see how much purity we have achieved. So this is the reaction which shows us that this is the conditions which are required for wafer manufacturing. So this is how we require very pure silicon for the wafer manufacturing processes. So I hope you understood what kind of purity level is required, and this is the reason we have higher cost associated with the IC technology or VLSI technology. So now here we have the trichlorosilane in the very purified form, 99.999999% purified trichlorosilane. So this is reacted with the hydrogen gas, and this will be occurring at the 1100 degrees Celsius, and it will be forming the silicon in the electronic grade silicon form. Okay, so this is how I can generate the electronic grade silicon, and here we have HCl as the byproduct. Okay, so we should have a proper system by which we can remove this byproduct as well. Okay, so now here you can see we are having hydrogen and TCS reacting with the hydrogen inside this chamber, and it will be forming the electronic grade silicon. So this electronic grade silicon will be deposited here. Okay, now this electronic grade silicon is in the polycrystalline nature. So this is the process chamber. Here you can see we have the trichlorosilane in the liquid form, and also we have hydrogen gas here. This is how we are reacting both of them, and we are forming the electronic grade silicon. So this is how our electronic grade silicon will be looking like when it is deposited on this rod. So this is how it will be looking like. I hope you understood this. These are the references. I hope you will be going through them. If you have any kind of doubt, or if you have still any kind of doubt, you can reach out to me. I will be happy to help you, or you can put the doubt in the comment box. I will try to reply as soon as possible. I hope you like this video. If you like it, you can share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and do push the like button as well. Thank you so much.